evening and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining today's VCT Pacific Scrum. We are here with Frost and Cruz from Talon. Before we jump into the Q&A session, let's begin by hearing from both on their thoughts of the game.
Hello. Okay. I think it was a good series. We were really close. We put up a really good fight, and in the beginning we were a bit scared, but I think we got into the rhythm, and then we knew that we just had to fight them, and everybody showed up, apart from me, first map, and then it was a good comeback after like a 2-6 lead. So I'm proud of the boys that we improved a lot compared to the past season. So I think it was a really good game. We were bad with ults, and that cost us the game, but it's okay because we're still a very young team, and at least the graph of like the improvement is pretty exponential in my opinion. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I agree with everything he said. I'll second it all. On a personal level, disappointed because not only was it the first seed, which will really help us for champs, but something dropped 33 on that last map. And, you know, after Ilya told me to my face that we have no chance, it was kind of, you know, I think it's, I guess, poetic justice for PRX fans that he's the one that closes it out. Disappointed with the result, but not disappointed in the team. Looking forward to playoffs. I believe if T1 win, we're the second seed, and if they lose, we are the third. So good luck to anyone that has to play us.
Thank you. We'll now open the floor for on-site live questions. Please go ahead.
Hello, guys. Congratulations on the loss, Lara. My first question was actually about what Cruz mentioned, is that being a little bit scared in the beginning. I remember your team had a streak of not winning like first maps. So I wanted to ask if it's like similar issues as it was before, or is it like connected to something else?
First map loss.
Yeah, remember last year we used to lose every
This one has nothing to do with it. I think we're thinking too much because we know that they are aimers, and we don't want to go into the heavy side because the more firepower, the harder it gets. So we're trying to figure out what their setup is, which is taking forever. And then we're just like, those movement that is slow, that we're thinking too much, they react faster, and then they're still heavy side anyways. So after I figured out, after like 6 or 7 rounds, like 8 rounds, yeah, I just told the boys that, you know what, whatever, let's just go. Let's just play our normal game. I don't care which side is heavy. We just hit them, and then we just hit them. We just keep on hitting them where it hurts, and then that's where we just found our rhythm. Yeah.
That's beautiful that you overcame that, like even on the first map, like it was relatively quick. So yeah, I think you did really well. So last time you were sharing with us that like the guys are always saying like paper X, that they like kind of like want to play like V gaming style. I was actually curious, how did it feel to actually play this style against paper X themselves?
I personally hate it. I think the boys like it. It's a lot of fun. They get to shoot. They don't need to think much because wherever the sound is, there's a million paper X behind that sound. So I think it's easier for them to know what to do, but I don't like it because I know they're coming and we still lose. That's the problem. That's like where no matter which IGL you put in, it's gonna look the same if we can't outshoot them. So it's like that's kind of annoying for me to play against. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for sharing. And my last question will be to Frost. You're going into playoffs, so what's like the plan for the team, and how do you evaluate your chances like making the champs?
I don't think honest reflections would be very good at the moment. I would just say that I think this series was the devil in the details. The details got us. I am very disappointed in situationally how we played. I agree with Cruz. I think if your IGL knows what's happening and can predict it in real time, I don't think you should lose many rounds in Valorant. And we need to figure out exactly why this keeps happening in big moments, whether it's nerves or some other detail that we need to fix. But I think for the most part, I'm very confident in our ability. We can beat anybody in Pacific. What it's coming down to is, are we having a good day? I would like to be able to beat good teams without needing to know that we're playing well, because eventually we're going to need to steal some wins from teams that are playing better than us because we're smarter. And with Cruz as our IGL, we should be able to squeeze out at least 1 or 2 victories from the jaws of defeat. But, you know, it just doesn't look like we can. So that probably has to be the number one thing that we need to fix, is just being better situationally. So, but, you know, we're still in it. So we need top 2 at champs, so, or top 2 in playoffs, or top, actually Japan for champs. So that's our focus now.
Okay, thanks for sharing. I think you look fantastic, and I really hope to see you at champs, guys. Good luck in the next rounds.
All right, moving on to pre-submitted questions. First question goes to Cruz. Both maps were extremely close today. What was something you struggled with against PaperX?
Retakes. We barely got any retakes cleanly because they fight us up really deep and we can't even get into a retakes position. So that's something the thing is, it's something that we only need to fix against this one team, but there's 100 teams out there. So it's like, I don't know if it's a major issue or not. That's the problem, I think.
All right, last but not least question goes to FrosT. It was a close series, especially that 16-14 overtime on Icebox. How do you feel about the team's performance despite not taking the win?
Unfortunately, I feel like I've answered this, but yeah, it's easy to get frustrated and angry and, you know, disappointed or sad when you don't win or achieve something. It's important to be practical about what happened. We played arguably the best team in the world, and we lost, I believe, 11-13 and then 16-14, right? It's about as close a series as you can get with 3 rookies. So obviously there's not too much to complain about. Could we have played better? Yes. Should we have done better? Yes. Could I have coached better? Yes, absolutely, especially with the draft. But I didn't see the corrode ban coming. So, you know, it is what it is. And now we have to wait to see what happens between T1 and DFM to figure out what we're looking at for playoffs.
All right, that wraps up today's scrum with Talon. Thank you for your time and attention. We'll be back shortly with our next scrum. Thank you.
Recording stopped.